Hi, everybody. I'm Martin Daniels, and I'm here with Christine Devita. How are you, Christine, by the way?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, listen, thanks for coming. I'm the one who feels honored here. So we're here today to talk about your business, and I think you have a thriving business. You're in the restaurant and hospitality industry, recruiting industry, and you're a consultant firm at the same time.
Yes.
So let the world know, first of all, who you are before we get into our little question and answer. You tell us. You can tell the story better than I can, obviously.
Right. So my name is Christine Devita, and my partner is Keith Hancock. And in 2018, we formed Devita and Hancock Hospitality, Inc.
Okay.
And the premise was that we wanted to create a recruiting and consulting firm that was different from the rest in the industry.
Okay, we'll get into that because
yeah.
we're going to want to know why are you different from the rest. So I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but so let me ask you this. So again, you were just about to answer the first question, which is, how did you guys get started?
It's funny. It's a great story, to be honest with you.
Roll.
Keith and I worked together years ago at a company called Pret a Manger, and we kept in touch ever since.
Okay.
And we would just call each other, on a monthly basis, hey, I need a GM, or hey, I need an AGM,
Okay.
or I'm looking for a director of operations.
Okay.
Do you know anybody? So we would constantly bounce off each other for referrals for whatever company we were working in.
Yeah.
And we had such a great working relationship and a professional relationship, and we also became good friends. We were texting one night, like 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, you know what? We should just do this for a living. Let's just start our own company.
Just like that.
Just like that. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. That night, I cracked open a bottle of Apothic Red, poured myself a glass.
So here you are today. How many years ago was that?
2018.
Okay.
That conversation we had in September, and we were legally formed in October of 2018, October 28th.
So wait a minute, you guys pretty much got started in 2018, and then the next thing you know, here comes the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you really are just getting started.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still in incubation stages. How did you survive?
We didn't. We lost a lot of our contracts, which we understood because of the state of the industry.
Yeah.
And then what we did is we started to donate our services within the tri-state, the New York tri-state area.
Right. You think
to small businesses only, because everybody was trying to navigate, the pandemic and the forever changing mandates that, the governor and the mayors were putting out there. And we jumped right in. We wanted to give back to the industry.
Okay.
Based on, look at our careers. We thank everybody for our careers, and we just wanted to give back.
You know what? I'm just sitting here absorbing how amazing the story is. You just got started in 2008, and then the next thing you know, in 2019 or whatever, you're not even bringing in anything, but you're donating your services.
Yeah. And it was all consulting services.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And we were happy to do. And we weren't looking for anything in return. We just wanted to help the mom and pops out there, small businesses, keep their doors open, and convert them into the newly evolving, fast evolving digital age of the business, which they weren't accustomed to.
How are you different than your competitors? Because I know that there's other recruiting and consulting firms that are out there. How are you guys different?
Well, you know what? One, for the pandemic, we were the only recruiting and consulting firm that donated their services to small businesses out in the New York tri-state area. That's number one. Number two, Keith and I obviously utilized recruitment firms when we were in operations in the restaurant field. So whether we were clients or we were candidates. And we saw how they did business, and we understood how they did business.
Okay, and you kind of mimicked their services, but made it better?
Not at all. We did the complete opposite. So our business plan is the complete opposite of what a traditional recruitment firm is for the hospitality industry.
Okay.
Basically what happens when you use a recruiter, you will just get mass emailed anywhere from 5 to 12 resumes at once, and you're told to pick. And you're as the client, you're doing most of the legwork.
I got it.
We didn't want that. We understood, and we continue to understand, the pain points of recruiting.
Yeah.
So we wanted to take the pain points and all the white noise away from recruiting on the client end and absorb it all onto ourselves.
So how does somebody seek you out? So I would go online, I'm looking for a consulting firm, and Devita and Hancock pops up, and we just give you a call, and then...
That's it. You go to my website.
You just go to your website.
Social media, our website. and everything right now is coming in through referrals because of all the work we did, obviously, in 2020 with the pandemic, and then completely taking off in 2021.
Actually, that would be a good plug for you to put in your website or anything like that if you want to.
Yeah, visit our website, dnhhospitalitygroup.com.
Perfect. This is good stuff. Let's say, for instance, I'll use myself as an example. Let's say I came in and you placed me in as a chef or a cook or something like that, or a wait staff, and I'm in a place that I'm not comfortable with, and I want to move. Could I come back to you and say, hey, listen, you
Absolutely.
Just that
So
simple?
for us, it's the relationship with the client obviously is important, but it's also as important for us to continue and carry a relationship with the candidates that interview with us or call us up and ask us for, any job openings, positions, because without the two, we wouldn't be in business.
Of course. Makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
and what makes us different than the rest is that we still continue to keep in touch with the candidates after they're placed. So my recruiters know to do right up front a 2-week check-in for the first month.
Okay.
And then do a 30-day check-in, and then do a 60-day check-in. You want to keep that line of communication open. Not only does it benefit us as a recruitment and consulting firm, but it also benefits our client because we also can have that conversation with them and say, hey, this is what's going on, so on and so forth.
Very nice. So here's my next question. If a candidate came to you asking, how do I succeed the fastest and make a decent livable wage in just a few years, where would they start, and what challenges could they expect?
So, this goes with any industry, especially the restaurant industry.
Okay.
You need to start off at the bottom, like I did.
Okay.
And it doesn't change.
Okay.
Whether you're a server or a busboy or a dishwasher, get your foot in the door, prove yourself.
Right.
You don't have to be in an hourly position for years to prove yourself. Right? You want to start and you want to know every aspect of how a restaurant runs, whether it's quick serve, fast casual, or fine dining. You need to know how that restaurant runs. My biggest piece of advice to anybody out there who is getting into this industry is do not rush it.
Okay.
Take your time.
Okay.
And it's very easy to say because
Yeah.
I wanted to rush it. I wanted to be that manager at 22 and I wanted to be that GM at 25. And you know what? Yeah, I got it. I failed.
Yeah.
And I just literally started over again and just worked my way up the ladder.
Yeah.
But take it slow and enjoy it.
The only glimpse of that is people need money and they try, and they get a job because they need money, but they have to take baby steps. I know that for a fact.
You have to take baby steps.
My very last question, because we're running short on time. So, what is your expert advice to those who are lacking employees or having a hard time with longevity retainment?
So with retention, right now with Generation Z and millennials, it's all about culture. Work on your culture. Drive your culture.
Okay.
Don't just say, this is our culture. Talk about your culture every day. Live it every day. You want to have those one-on-one conversations with your employees.
Yeah, makes sense.
You want to be the company who everybody wants to work for. Offer the benefit package, offer the 401k. This is what everybody's looking for right now. Okay. They're looking for people who, or companies that are going to give them the time and the attention they need to help them further their career. So whether it's being a mentor, or just, a sounding board to them, providing them feedback and ongoing training, that's very important right now.
That's good advice.
And then also, it's the comp package. Okay. Right now, it's very competitive with salary right now because company A, let's say, is offering 75. Company B, for the same position, same job description, is going to offer 80. Company C is going to offer 85 for the same job description. Okay. And they're looking at salary because the cost of living has gone up.
Wonderful.
You have inflation.
Wonderful.
So it's know what your target employee is, give them the attention that they need. Okay. Make it a very desirable comp package with some wiggle room, and concentrate on your culture. Very important piece is your culture.
Listen, had a great talk with you. You were very informative. I think the audience loved it. I loved it. I just want to say you're here with Christine Devita from D&H or
Devita and Hancock.
And I'm Martin Daniels, and I just say to you, enjoy your meal.
Thank you.